Welcome back, guys. In this video, I'm going to show you sub-D modeling. So let's get started. Open up Maya, open up your last file, which should be splitting. If you don't see it there, go to your project folder, open up scenes, and then find your last file. It should be lesson 4 splitting. Go ahead and open that up. Once it's open, let's resave it. We're going to name it lesson 5 underscore sub D, short for sub-D modeling. My ASCII file and save as. You should see it appear in your scenes folder. So yeah, there it is. And let's get started. So what is sub-D modeling? It's a technique for creating smooth and highly detailed models. So by subdividing the mesh and smoothing the surfaces. So what the heck does that mean? Let's make a cube. I'll show you. So I'm going to make a cube. I want to isolate it. And if I make another cube, you can see the difference. So let me make another one real quick. Now Maya has this kind of preview of a smooth mesh mode. So if I click on this cube right here, then click on 3 on my keyboard, this previews what it looks like smoothed with nothing edited on the object. Now if I go to this cube and go to mesh, smooth, mesh smooth, you can see that it does essentially the same thing. If I add more subdivisions, they'll look more like the other cube. So if I add 2 subdivisions, they look very similar, at least in size. So if I drag it over, yeah, it's basically the same size. Now, how the heck is this useful? Let me show you with the plane. I'm going to bring up a plane. I'm going to change the subdivisions to 1. And I want to perform a smart extrude. Let me get out my modeling tools so you guys can see more clearly what I'm doing. I'll click on my edge tool, click on this edge. I'm going to hold down shift and drag the translate up. So that is a smart extrude. I want to go back to my object mode by right click, hold, object mode. See, it's that orange cube. And it really helps create like this smooth surface. So if I clicked on my object, then I click on 3 to preview it, you can see how it rounds out this plane. So now what if, click on 1 to go back to the normal view. So you have to select the object, 3, there's 2, and then there's 1. So 2 is that in between, kind of showing you what the original geometry looks like. And 3 is it smoothed out. So let's go back to 1. So what happens if I add a line here, right? So I want to go to multi-edge cut, hold down control. I want to add an edge right there. Let's see what it looks like now. So when you add the edge, you can control how round or sharp an object is. Let me go to my edge mode or edge selection. So when I bring this edge, see this edge I just made? Farther, it rounds it out. If I bring it closer, it kind of sharpens it. Okay? Let's see what happens if I add another edge. So when I hold down control, I'm going to click, and 3. Yeah, so another edge kind of just makes it a little more sharp and more defined. You could also call this a supporting edge. So edges on either side are a supporting edge that make this more rounded out. Go back to object mode, and let's see what's next. Okay, gotta grab my notes, make sure we're on track. I'm gonna delete that. That was a quick little preview. And then Oh, the same thing can happen with beveling. So let me make a cube again. This first part of the video is just kind of a preview of what sub-D modeling is. I'm gonna duplicate it so you guys can see multiple versions. So I'm gonna actually bevel both of these. I'm gonna make the fraction not too high. This one is gonna have chamfer on, this one's gonna have chamfer off. So they have the same beveling, but this one is chamfered off. So you can see this is kind of like the plane that we just made, where it has all these supporting edges. So let's see what smoothing does to these objects. So if I click on this object and then click on 3, it really rounds out those edges. Now because this cube has those supporting edges, just like the plane, let's see how it changes the rounding or the smoothing. So click on it, I click on 3, and now you can see that these edges are not as smooth. They're still like round, but it's a little more defined. So that's another cool thing. And all I used here was just bevel. I had chamfer on versus chamfer off. So if I turn it on, it should look exactly like this cube. Yeah, pretty neat. Okay, now with these ideas in mind, let's create a door handle using the same techniques. So I'm going to create another cube. I'm going to extrude it out. So let me get my face tool. I go to face. When I click on this, I want to perform a smart extrude by having translate on, holding down shift, extruding it out. If you don't like that, you can just do the normal way over here. Just want to be a little quicker. I'm going to click on this face, hold down shift, extrude, and a door handle usually is smaller at the end. So I'm going to scale that down, make that a little longer. I'm going to make this face a bit longer by just translating the face. Yeah, there we go. Got a simple door handle. Now let's preview it in a smooth mode. So if I go to 3, see how it's not a door handle? It's kind of this weird pointy thing. So if I go back to 1, now it's time to add some multi-cut tool. We're going to add some edges to help it round out and get those nice door handle-esque look. Because right now this is a very, very pointy door handle. This would kind of hurt. Just want to go to the multi-cut tool, and then I'm going to hold down Control and start adding in some lines. So I added one right here at the end. Let's see how that affects it. So going to 3. Ooh, not quite there. Now if you want to see the in-between of this and smooth, that's 2. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go to 2 so I can kind of preview what's happening in real time. So I added an edge there. Let's add an edge loop here and here. So I'm going to hold down Control. I'm going to add one here, and I'm going to add one here. So you kind of see how that's already rounding out. Looks pretty nice. I'm going to round out over here too. I'm going to add an edge here, yeah. I'm going to add an edge here. I'm going to add one over here. And I'm just holding down Control while using my multi-cut tool, just rounding out those edges. So I don't really like this. I still want it to be in. So all I need to do is add an edge loop right here. See how that makes it come in right away? Yeah, that looks nice. Cool. Same thing over here. Doorknobs, I don't want it to like round out like that. So I want to add an edge loop here. Sweet. Let me go out of this in-between mode. So I'm going to click on 3. Yeah, preview it a little bit more. Yeah, that's looking better. Cool. So you guys want to experiment with this, see what you can do just to round it out. I think I'm pretty happy with this. I'll probably bring this one closer in. So let me go to Q, my select mode, right click edge. I double click on that so it clicks on the whole edge. We'll use translate to just move it. Whoops. Should have worked. Click on something else. Let me try again. Oh, no, it's not working. Well, I'll just add another edge loop right here. I go to my multi-cut, add a zoom in, add an edge loop right. It's kind of janky right now. Kind of do. Doesn't want to work. I'll add one right there. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, shoot, that's why. I had it in smooth mode. Let me Command Z that real quick. Let me remove that extra edge that I just made. Okay. That's funny. Let me fix this up. I Command Z a little bit too much. Let me fix that up real quick. Let me add any missing edge loops that I Command Z'd. Yeah, okay. Cool. I think I got everything now. Yeah. I want to say yes, I got everything. Unless if I missed something. Okay. Now if I go to my edge selection, Q, and edge selection. Now I should be able to transform it around. Yeah, cool. It was not working before because I was in 3, which was this smooth mode. I needed to be in 1, which is the normal view mode that you guys are used to. Okay, now it's working. Great. So if I change that, in real time, you can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, sweet. Okay, yeah. I'll move on. I've spent a little too much time on this door handle. So yeah, let's smooth it out. So go to 3, preview it in smooth mode, and then let's exit and add it to our door. That's a little big, so gotta scale it. I'm gonna scale it down. R for scale. Scale that down. And then we can attach it to our door. Perfect size, right? I'm gonna scale it down some more. Yeah, there we go. Looks more door handle-esque. To my door. Move it over. Scale it this way. I want it to be a little bit thinner. Yeah, I like it like that. Stick it out just a little bit more. There we go. I like it like that. Door handle on the door. Sweet. Now let's go into a couch. So I'm going to show you guys how to rebuild this couch. Oh, let's also save. That door handle took a lot. So I'm going to Command S to save. And let's make a brand new couch. So I want to delete this couch. And I want to show you how to make a new one. So let's get out a cube. I want to isolate it. Let's do the bare basics of scaling it, making sure it's kind of the size that we want. And this time, I'm going to show you how to add the sub-D modeling to your couch to round it out to make more like a couch. And I'll show you some of the symmetry. Now, symmetry will vary from your computer to mine based off what's down here. So right now, this blue arrow is Z. So Z is this direction. So see where my mouse on that plane is Z. Okay? So I need to have symmetry on Z. So I'm going to go to multi-cut. I'm going to add a line in the middle by holding down the middle mouse button. So click, automatically place multi-cut. So symmetry will work a little bit better now. So symmetry on object X. So X value should add symmetry. Or did I do world? World? Huh, it's not wanting to work. Oh, my bad. I said Z and I clicked on X. That's funny. Okay, cool. So based off this, I want to flip and make sure that it's, symmetry's on. So if this arrow is pointing to another direction for you, make sure that symmetry is matching that. So mine is pointing to Z, so object Z, and now symmetry is on for my object. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's add a cut here because we want some armrests and we need a backing. So let's add a cut here. So all I'm doing is holding down, whoops, I did another cut by accident. Holding down Control and left mouse clicking to confirm. Okay? So after you add those two cuts, click on Q, right click, hold, face, and we're gonna grab these. I held down Shift to select them, and we're gonna extrude them up. So hold down Shift, Smart Extrude up. Now we got some armrests. Next up, I'm just gonna grab this back part, extrude, whoops. I need to extrude that up so it doesn't take the armrests. Yeah, now we have a couch. Now if we preview this with 3, that is a funky looking couch. So we need to add some more lines to it, just like we did before, to make it more couch-like. So with my multi-cut tool, I'm going to add some extra edges here by holding down Control. I'm going to add an edge here. I'm going to add an edge here, here. This part can be a little bit difficult, and you can preview it in that number 2 mode to kind of see in real time how the couch is forming. So if I add an edge here, you can see that it's forming a little bit nicer. I'll round out these edges. Round out that. Yeah. Round this out. Round this out. Yeah. I want to round out this area, so I can do that by adding an edge loop here. So now going back to 3, yeah, see how it's rounding out? So 2 and 3. I can add an edge loop right here. So now this corner should really be rounded out. Yeah, nice. I like this so far. I can add a supporting edge along the front of the couch. Make it a little more round there. I can add a supporting edge here to round that out. And I think I got everything. Let me check. I want to go back to my normal mode. So clicked on 1. I think I got everything. This part is pretty tricky, so if you guys need help, always feel free to ask. Yeah. So right now I'm just checking to see if I have supporting lines on either side. I want to make sure I have supporting lines and like all these edges or crevices, just to make sure that I get this nice, smooth looking couch. So I'm going to go back to Q and then object mode. I think it's pretty good right now. I don't think I've missed anything. So yeah, that is 3 and that is 1. So let's keep it in 3. So yeah, now we have our couch. I'm going to Command S to save my progress, and then I'm going to start building some pillows for it. I'm going to exit out of symmetry mode by going up here, exit out of symmetry, and I'm going to add some basic pillows just with some cubes. So I got my cube. I want to translate it out, scale it, scale it, and I'm going to place it on my couch. Okay, let's see what it looks like in smooth mode. So I want more of a couch cushion. So normally couch cushions are square and they're on the couch. I'm gonna go back here and then add some of those edge loops with my multi-cut tool. I guess you could turn symmetry back on if you wanted to. We are on the, at least I am on the Z axis. So add one here. Whoops. What's going on? Did not like that. Huh. Weird. Oh yeah, symmetry mode doesn't really like it when you add no middle line. So let's do that. Let's see if that helps symmetry mode. Yeah, there we go. Now it's fixed. Let's just add some supporting lines. I think that should be almost enough. Yeah, I kind of like it like that. I'll add some more supporting edges, but let's see if that helps. Yeah, nice. It's gonna be kind of a firm couch cushion, but I like it. Cool. You can adjust yours to how you like it. Mine's a little firm looking. But yeah. If you want to round out these edges, just like we did with the plane before, all you have to do is go to edge selection. Make sure you're in 1. You can double click, and then you can move them out. So you can see how that changes the smoothing on it. I should probably be adjusting my symmetry as I adjust these, but that's okay. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a bit rounder, probably more comfortable. I'm gonna right click, go back to object mode, and I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this. So holding down Shift, I'm gonna duplicate it, and then let me just go ahead and scale these out a bit. Cool. Let me just adjust it. Adjust it a little bit more. Scale it out. It's not perfect, but it's a couch. Make them a little bit thinner. Move them down. Okay, I also want these back cushions. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to duplicate all 3. I'm going to rotate them with E, rotate, and translate that back. Move them right here. Adjust my rotation. Yeah, there we go. Now we got some couch cushions. Now they don't really line up well with this back wall, so I'm just going to click on this. I'm going to go to my vertex mode. I'm just going to select all these vertexes and move them down a bit. Yeah, I like that. Great. And that shouldn't mess up the shape of the couch. If I go to 3, yep, it's all smooth. Looks nice. Great. So now I have my couch. I got some pillows. The last part of this, Well, let's save, and then I'll explain the last part. I know this is a bit longer video. Let's turn off symmetry. And if you want to keep this smooth on, so if you want to confirm it and not have to go back from 1 and 3, you can select your object and then click on smooth. So only do this once you're happy with your couch, with your cushions, and then click on smooth. This will confirm it. You can change the subdivisions if you'd like. On each one, I want to make sure my subdivisions are low, not 0. 1 is good enough. So now with my subdivisions, if I go, or correction, with smoothing on, when I click on 1, it shouldn't go back, or you shouldn't see a huge difference like before. So yeah. Anyway, that's my couch. I'm going to exit isolation mode. I'll have to move them all together. Move them. I can change the pivot point to really make it work later. Oh, and just a, I guess, extra little tidbit. I'll show you how to group these together. So if you select all of your objects there, you can go to the outliner and then go to edit and then group. So you can call this couch. So if you click on just the group, now you can move all the objects together. We'll do some more in the outliner later, but that's just, I guess, a quick preview. So now I have, whoops, click on my couch, and then I can move it. So see, outliner, click on my couch, which is all these objects I just made, then I can move it around. So yeah, now save, Command S. I know that was a lot, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me in class. And yeah, that was sub D modeling.